Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Ken and Ken take the stage, ready to play. Weekdays at 10, the cars in the scene. Coffee in hand, they're living the dream. Question in the voice, got the whole town awake. Bringing fire to the mic, make no mistake. Shows in the corner, spitting out facts. Dropping truth bombs, ain't holding back. Ken and Ken in the morning, feel the heat. From 10 a.m. CST, can take a seat. Live and loud, that break in the mind. Light up your speakers, crank up the sound. They're talking about life upside down. Opinions exploding like a sonic blast. In the studio, they're built to last. With passion and grit, they engage and ignite. Every single week, their foes can't fight. From sports to politics,
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Ken and Ken in the Morning. I'm Ken, and guess what? The other guy there, that's Ken too. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning there, guy.
So it's War Week. But before we do War Week, did you watch Thursday Night Football last night?
I watched all the way until it was 30-14. I was like, oh, well, with how bad Sam Darnold's playing, this game's a fucking wrap. I wake up this morning and what?
Yeah, I mean, he looked like a fraud last night again. And it's like the Rams, well, the Seahawks defense showed up late. The Rams offense stopped. And also we're in OT. You're like, okay. And Stafford marches them down the field and they get a touchdown. That Rams defense quit. Like the Rams defense was really good at times last night. And at other times they were just terrible. And they just, the touchdown pass in overtime that they let up and the 2-point conversion, you couldn't be more open. You or I could have thrown those passes. But yeah, Seattle won a big one at home. So they now can, well, they're split with the Rams in the head-to-head. But basically what last night did was solidify that the NFC West will be the number one seed.
Yeah, I was gonna say that ended up turning out into a hell of a freaking shocker because I seriously thought that game was well over because we'd seen Sam Darnold completely suck up games before, and I think to myself, man, just after I gave you a little bit of praise saying, I trust your physical gifts, that shit between his ears done screwed that up.
And then at the same time, you've got San Francisco being held together by 2-inch tape, 550 cord, and bubble gum. They're still in this thing. But that game last night.
We have a Woody.
Good morning, Woody. Good morning, Wood.
Take a sick day off, Woody.
Ooh.
Wasn't today the last day, Woody?
No, next week.
Okay.
Hey there, Woody. That means it kind of sounds like it might be a Call of Duty all day.
Yeah, I was on all morning.
Oh, I might have to see you after the afternoon show then.
Yeah.
Okay, Kyler. We got Kyler Murray 1 and 2 over here.
Hey, I'm trying to get Woody to come over to the battlefield side of things.
Oh my God.
Hey Joe, we're surrounded by Kyler Murrays.
Well, I'm not 4'10".
It could be worse. They could be 2 at Tagovailoas.
Wait, depending on how tall Kyler Murray is, I might actually be taller than an NFL player.
Yeah, no, I'm not 4'10". 6 foot. I'm good.
Last night, though, yeah, I mean, one of the better. It was the first time in Thursday Night Football 2 teams in the same division were 11 wins. So that was kind of cool. But now, yeah, Seattle sitting in the 1 seed now. Looks like the NFC West will control the 1 seed, which means the best the NFC North can do is the 2 seed. There is some wiggle room between 6 and 7 for whichever team gets the wild card. Crazy. Crazy last night. Oops, yep. One more sleep to the greatest game of the season. Well, one of the greatest games. Good morning, Stu.
Yeah, I was going to say last night's game might be trying to fight for that title.
But I hope with the build up to Saturday that we get a barn burner. The final injury report is out for the Bears, and I think it's out for the Packers too, isn't it? Let me pull up the official from their website. All right, so injury reports for tomorrow, which is funny because the injury report yesterday came out before practice was even done, right? So I was like, okay. Luther Burden out, Roma Dunze out, and Ogmen Agobagamiga out.
What was that name? Can you say it again for me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Bears, Shnoika is questionable. Swift is questionable. That's code for he will play. Tremaine Edmonds, same thing. And Cole Kmet, same thing. Now, Kmet, Swift, and Edmonds all had full practice Thursday. And Shnoika is personal, non-injury related why he missed. So there's that. For the Packers, John Williams is out. Josh Weil is out. Marshawn Lloyd is out. The questionables, there's a lot. Chris Brooks, Brenton Cox, Kingsley,
Igne Bari.
And Bari, thank you. Josh Jacobs, that's good for he'll play, even though he didn't practice all week. Darian Kennard, Colin Oliver, Zach Tom, even though he didn't practice all week. Christian Watson, even though he was on limited practice for 2 to 3 days, didn't practice one of them. Dontavian Wicks didn't practice the first day, but limited practice last 2. And Evan Williams, who did not practice all week, is questionable.
Yeah, Evan Williams, I don't think is playing in this one, unfortunately, at least from what I'm hearing. But from hearing both of our injury reports, it sounds like this game isn't going to take place at Soldier Field. It's going to take place in the hospital.
No, the Bears' injury report's actually pretty small, comparatively speaking. It's tiny. 3 guys are out, 4 guys are questionable. For you guys, it's 1, 2, 3 guys are out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys are questionable. So, this point of the year, you expect the questionables, don't you, Woody? I mean, everyone's nicked up at this point.
Well, yeah, the Edmonds, we opened his 21-day practice, so he's ready to go, as he said. But I hate to say it, and next man up for the receiving core. So we might see some Jahidi Walker tomorrow. Cole Kmet and Loveland and stuff like that. So yeah, it's. I think our defense has got to pull through tomorrow more than our offense, believe it or not, because of all our injuries and stuff like that on offense.
Yeah, I'm not as concerned with the Dunze and Burden being out piece of it as you might think. Because, here's why. You still got a guy named DJ Moore who's been underutilized all year. Then you've got Duvernay, you've got Jahadi Walker, you've got Zach Ayes, who's basically has been playing like a 2 for a lot of the year. Why are we not surprised?
I was going to say, and that's exactly why we love Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, exactly. But then you've got, look at the best running game in the league. You got 2 tight ends who can catch. Both your running backs. Well, Manon guy maybe not as much, but you got you got throwing possibilities out of your backfield, so they're deep enough. Where there's an impact there. Don't get me wrong, but there's good mitigation for it. So the effect won't be devastating, I guess is what I'm getting at. The effect, sure, it'll be there. You'd like to have your best receivers on the field, but they have enough mitigation where it shouldn't affect the game plan much.
Yeah, are we gonna say losing your top 2 receivers is never good?
Ken, I wish I was more optimistic as you are.
Well, look at Zach Ayes has more receptions and yards.
We have no big receiver. Roman Dunze was our big guy on the outside. Now I know we got with the tight ends and stuff like that,
right?
But we need a big guy. Like back then, we needed Alshon Jeffrey, we needed Marshall. You know,
I
we
hate
have all our smaller receivers out there, and I don't know.
I hate to be the guy to give you guys any sort of tips, but with Loveland being the type of receiving tight end he is, couldn't you at least for a few plays use your big tight end or your big receiver?
Yes, yes. And Broski, I'm not saying Duvernay is
Be a
gonna.
lot of Musgrave.
And I'm not saying Duvernay is lighting it up, but look, Zach has more receptions than Burden does at this point, right?
And
And
drops.
we used him a lot. He's got, well, they all have drops, though. Woody Duvernay, though, is the most blatant, though. And I'm not going to disagree with you there because if you went to the Washington game, he'd still be running from that catch.
Yeah,
But,
I told you.
I'm not saying, I think you and Broski have completely missed the point on what I'm trying to say here is that it's not great, but the Bears have good mitigation. They have things they can do that will lessen that loss a little bit more so than what say Green Bay has with losing the best pass rusher and one of the best pass rushers in the league. Like they don't have that guy. The Bears have a little bit more depth, have a little bit more they can do to mitigate that loss. Is what I'm saying. It's a wide receiver core, and that's why I'm not as concerned. It's a concern, yes. It's going to change things, but it's not going to drastically change the playbook. They don't have to drastically change everything because they're out. They've got some mitigation there. Like Ken said, you've got a big body in your tight end core. Like, especially when you get down the red zone, you've got your big body guys, right? Maybe we'll actually start using the tight ends these great receiving tight ends that we have to catch the ball. Wouldn't that be something? So maybe this forces us to start using the tight end more than what we've used in the past. So the Bears receiving game, it's not like it's going to be in the toilet. There's some good mitigation. It's not as good as
I was gonna say your middle of your middle of the field. You might get more play, but the outside it's going to be a bit harder just because of the drop off that you're going to get. Because like you said, starters are starters for a reason, and backups are backups for a reason.
And you know what though? Like we've seen when they've used the tight ends though, where they don't use them in the middle of the field, like Cole Kmet and Luther Burden. Cole Kmet and Colson Loveland, some of their biggest catches are on the sideline. And those are big body guys, Woody. So, there's some mitigation there. I'm not saying like, oh my God, it's like, it's all fine and dandy. It is better to have Luther and Roman, but there's some mitigation there.
Woody, can you catch a football?
I know I can.
So the interesting thing on that injury report, though, I didn't see Christian Watson. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's on the report.
Yeah, limited practice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but everything I'm hearing, it seems like he's gonna be playing.
There are a lot of injuries in this game for sure coming in. Both teams are a little nicked up. The Bears a little less, and I think with look at Rome Odunze, I think this also tells you though where the Bears coaching staff and management is up. Right? Is Rome could probably go, Luther could probably go, and they're not. And with Rome specifically, they said this is the case we're probably protecting Rome from himself. So like Rome might be able to go this week, but they're like, we're going to hold you back. We think we're going to make the playoffs, which I like that in a way because we're in that position is why I like that more than anything. Like, because who would have thought we'd be in this position at this point anyway? Coming to the playoff window, I'm liking where the Bears are headed health-wise. Yes, this week we're without Burden, we're without Rome, but I think we can survive being without those two guys. I'm not the doom and gloom Chicago guy. There are a lot of Chicago fans that are so negative. It's like they're like Rob Haspel's in week 1. Oh my God, the season's over because the first play didn't work. I'm not that guy.
Yeah, we know you're the sunshine and rainbows guy.
I'm not sunshine and rainbows either. Sunshine and rainbows. I'm just saying the Bears have
rainbow. Oh boy,
not that rainbow, Woody.
Well,
I was going to send Ken an upside down pineapple.
No, but in this case though, especially going up against the Packers secondary that isn't that good, a pass rush that's a bit depleted. They've got good mitigation for missing those two guys this week. They can survive. They've made a calculated assessment, and I believe they're correct
That
that they can miss these two guys this week and get them healthy and still get positive effect.
Well,
that
Bear fans that are tripping out about wide receivers or whatever, they're not paying attention to the team. They've been
No.
mostly run first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in defense and run. So I don't know what they're tripping about. I mean, like the team is not going to change its. Tiger doesn't change his stripes. Just
Right. They're
you
not
know what I mean?
changing their DNA because Luther and Rome are out. And like I said, with that and you feed that perfectly, Isaac, because with the running game being intact, it almost if you're a halfway decent receiver, which these guys are, they've shown they are, they're gonna get open. And they create opportunities for the passing game. So there's still gonna be passing game opportunities.
One thing,
Yeah,
one thing
go
I
ahead,
want to
Isaac.
see though is I want to see Green Bay actually get more get more presence for DJ Moore. DJ Moore has actually been kind of coming alive lately, so
Yep.
you got to watch out for DJ Moore for this game. You know,
Yeah, I mean, really, if you think about it, this is where we were 2 years ago when we just had DJ Moore, but I would say it's like where we were 2 years ago, but a little bit better. I think Jahadi Walker is could, we loved him in the preseason. I want to see if he plays, but Zach Ayes is a step above what we had with DJ that first year with Justin. So, and he's made some big catches. He just needs to catch the ball. He can't be dropping. He's had some nice catches this year, but he's also had some drops. So I think the Bears are okay, and we've got some good mitigation. And then I think also you've got, like you said, Isaac, the running game should be good. And then look at Caleb should have more time. I mean, no Micah Parsons. That made the offensive line job a lot easier with there being no Micah Parsons.
Yeah, but that's where you're going to need to take the advantage over the middle of the field there because we are probably going to be blitzing a decent amount in this game with Edrin Cooper and Quay Walker because those guys are very effective on the blitz, and that's a way to mitigate Micah Parsons. But if you keep putting tight ends over the middle, that's going
Tight ends
to
and running
hurt.
back over the middle, or look at the receivers we do have left are pretty speedy. So speed guys in the middle,
and then
like
another thing you
Jahadi
guys got to
Walker
watch
in the
out.
middle sounds good to me. He's
You
fast.
guys, another thing you guys got to watch out is for our safety blitz. Hafley been drawing up a lot of safety blitzes lately with McKinney because a lot of teams don't throw McKinney's side. You know what I mean? So McKinney's been used as a blitzer, at times. And then if Evan Williams plays, he's actually been a really good blitzer that comes in really quick. So
It's going to
I
be
think,
interesting because this is a game of no pass rush. Like the Bears' pass rush has been pretty anemic overall. The Packers has been good, but now they've taken a significant blow to their pass rush. It's going to be interesting to see how both coordinators generate pass rush.
yeah.
And look you can blitz a lot, sure you can, but what happens if you blitz a lot? Look what happened last time we met. On some of these blitzes when you go man to man, you got a speed guy on the outside. Okay, he's not a big body Romadunze, but you got a speed guy who can get 3 steps ahead. Who cares how big the body is if he's 3 steps ahead, right? So you're going to see that if your quarterback can exploit that, then you're going to do okay. So, but I think the key is this comes down to December football, running the ball. And I think this is where the Bears are going to be really, really good tomorrow, running the ball.
Oh, brother.
I
What
think
he did,
one thing too we got to watch out for is how Bo Nix sliced us up. You know what I mean? How he rolled out the pocket and found players downfield. So we definitely got to get defensively. There's going to be all hands on deck. And then one thing that we do is we run. They run zone blitz. I mean, we run a lot of zone lately. So like, there's opportunities to throw the ball, and then zone always irritates me because sometimes it works in your favor, a lot of times it doesn't.
so the rollout though, this is where Woody's got a good point on missing Rome and Luther, because Rome is one of Caleb's favorite targets when he rolls. It's usually, if you look at the ball's going towards Romadunze when he rolls out of the pocket. And last week it was Luther Burden. So when Caleb rolls out of the pocket, to me, to see who the target is, I think it might be DJ Moore, like the touchdown we saw last week. But Woody, I mean, you figure with DJ Moore is going to get double teamed, maybe triple teamed. I don't know if Caleb goes, I can make any throw. I guess he's going to put that to the test against Green Bay.
Yeah, that throw last week in the back of the end zone, I'm like, wow. Yeah, it was a good catch, but me as myself and probably 30 other quarterbacks in the league, I wouldn't have thrown that ball. He has a good arm. I mean, it's some of it's luck actually against Green Bay, but that was a rifle. Zacchaeus caught that ball going through a Packers arms right there on the end zone as well. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a whole lot of Swift and Monangai tomorrow to move these chains and stuff like that, because if they double DJ Moore, they have Loveland and Komet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Those throws are like the two guys who probably also make that throw, Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, probably try those throws. Like Caleb reminds me of those two guys a little bit. And on the flip side, Love is more like that opportunistic, oh, your defense made a mistake guy. He's more like the guy he followed up, Aaron Rodgers in that regard, right? So you got a dichotomy in quarterback play. You've got an Aaron Rodgers style quarterback, and you've got a Josh Allen style quarterback. Would that be pretty fair there, Isaac? Or Ken?
You're saying Josh Allen would be more like Caleb Williams?
Yeah, or Caleb is more like a Josh Allen type, and Jordan Love is more like a Aaron Rodgers type in terms of style of play.
I could vaguely see that, but I see Rodgers all over both of them. And it honestly, the way Caleb moves reminds me a lot of Rodgers early in his career. I don't think he runs quite enough to be compared to Josh Allen.
I'm talking in how they throw the ball, though, Ken. I mean, running the ball, no one's running like Josh Allen does, quarterback. Right? But as far as like the risks and the way they throw, like Jordan's more like, oh, you've made a mistake, very opportunistic kind of guy. He doesn't try to thread the needle like Caleb has the last couple of weeks, right? Caleb is trying to thread the needle like kind of like Burrow and Allen does, like, oh, triple cover, yeah, I can get it in there. Jordan Love, I'm not saying Jordan Love can't do it. He just doesn't do it as often. So his style of throw, the way he likes to throw, is more like Aaron Rodgers, like very opportunistic, big shots downfield because he's got the coverage. He reads it.
I'd give you that. I'd give you that for like the overarching analysis of the game.
Yeah.
But Jordan Love has his Brett Favre moments in the game where he'll see 2-3 guys out there covering him, and he says, "Fuck it, I'm going to get that some bitch in there."
I'm looking at the overarching, not the micros. I'm the overarching. What we're looking at here. Every quarterback has a micro. Go ahead, Joe.
I kind of see it being the opposite, where Caleb, up till now, like, I mean, he's starting to make some risky throws, but like Caleb has been the one taking care of the ball, and like he's been more, in my opinion, he's been more Rodgers of like, if I'm not going to put the ball in harm's way where it can get picked. And Jordan Love is actually the one, I think, who takes the sloppy chances sometimes, where it's like, fuck it, I'll get it down there. Like I see some of those boneheaded kind of like riverboat gambler moments in Jordan Love more than I see in Caleb Williams.
That's why I said with Favre, he has his Favre moments in it.
I think Caleb is the more cautious, more like
if you
more careful with the football quarterback, which is not a bad thing. Like if you think about which one would you rather have? Do you want the guy that isn't going to take stupid chances, or do you want is going to take care of the football, or do you want that guy who's like he's still good, but he's gonna take those stupid chances every once in a while, and they're gonna. So, the defense gets paid too. Like half of those throws are going to end up being interceptions, man. The Packers
And
just accept that with Jordan Love. They're like, we know he's going to do it. We've told him not to do it. He's still doing it. So at this point, you just got to accept it.
I'm actually kind of okay with Jordan Love having these throws from the years of having Rodgers, to where we know I absolutely love Rodgers, but I think he was allergic to interceptions. There were times where I think that he could have taken a chance downfield, but he thought the probability of an interception was too high, so he didn't. Where I kind of like that Jordan Love says, you know what? All right, fuck it.
Let me add this in real quick, because here's the irony of it all. Guess how many picks Jordan Love has this year?
They had 6 and 6.
Yep, they're 6 and 6, and it's ironic that we're having this discussion way. They're both very good. I'm looking at their head-to-head for the season.
Yeah, Love's actually been doing a really good job taking care of the ball as well this year.
Both
You
have.
know,
Both have.
yeah.
I mean, look at. I mean,
I know.
Love is
I'm just piggybacking off what Joe said just recently. Like, yeah, he does make some of those throws, but this year it's not been the case. He's been kind of taking care of the ball.
426 attempts, only 6 picks. Caleb, 459 attempts, 6 picks. Sack wise, 21 and 23, pretty close. Yards per attempt, Love is 7.8. Caleb is 6.9. TDs 23 to 21 for Love. Yards, Love is up by 154 yards. Percentage, there's a gap there, 66.4 to 58. But I think like a lot of that though, in terms of Caleb, I think he has more throwaways, I swear, than almost any quarterback in the league this year.
But I look at another stat too. It was when Love against the Bears and stuff like that. Love is a lot better when he's getting pressured or blitzed. He was like what 97 completion percentage against us.
He's
unbelievable.
He's number 1 in the league against the blitz this year.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
And
I
also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ken. I just wanted to, because I wanted to kind of go back a little bit. I was like driving my kids to school. They're having their Christmas party, and so I had like trays of food and all kinds of stuff that my wife had to take. So I didn't get to jump in on this, but like you were talking about the differences, like how each team is gonna adjust for this game tomorrow, right? Like I actually think that the receiving, like with Rome being out and with Luther being out, that the Packers kind of have the advantage in this sense that the Packers are used to running like third tier guys out there at receiver. Like their whole thing is committee by wide receiver by committee, right? Like it's nothing new for them. Like, whereas how often is Caleb throwing to the receivers that he's going to be throwing to tomorrow? Like does he have the same? It's not even, I'm saying that it's like, I'm just saying like, how often do these guys get reps? You know what I mean? You're on your like third and fourth receivers, right?
In terms of DJ and Zach Ias, those are probably his main 2 tomorrow, and I'd say quite a bit. But when it comes to Duvernay's got 2 receptions all season, and Jahadi Walker none. So
this is where I'm coming from with that.
It's even more of a dichotomy, right? He's got 2 receivers he's pretty familiar with, and he's got 2 not so much, if at all, and that's why I think they're going to use Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet more than Duvernay.
One thing on the Packers side that kind of elevates our team a little bit is we get Lucas Van Ness back, and to help with our our rush and our run defense, and another guy that we are getting back is Savion Williams, kind of our electric rookie, we use in. Go ahead.
I just want to know what the switch was, because 2 days ago Packers were favored by 1.5. Now the Bears are. So I just want to know what the hell happened there. I mean, Ken, did you call Vegas and complain?
Just Gary news.
They may have watched this though, because I mean the blatant disrespect the Bears were getting all week. It was maybe people said, "Oh, Vegas should be stupid," and they pushed the line by starting to bet against that line, because that line was pretty stupid.
That's what I think, that they were taking the Bears with the 1.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I would take the Bears with a point and a
I,
half.
I
At that point,
thought
too.
with Dunze and Burden, I was like, oh shit, I like to see this fucking spread now. And I looked at it this morning. I was like, I looked
Yeah, the
all
whole
over, all Chicago Bears news, everything Packers news. I'm like, Ken must have complained to Vegas.
You,
No, but I thought about
you
putting
know
money
what?
down.
The disrespect for Green Bay is real, man.
Get the fuck out. We were
yeah,
1.5
usually the
underdogs
home
whole week.
team usually the home team should get the favorite. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
well,
Yeah.
all home
there's
teams get 3 points at least.
Yeah.
there's more to it than that. I would be interested if somebody could look into it, like what the sharp money is and what the regular better money is, because there's two scenarios here. Like either A, because every once in a while Vegas gets it wrong, you know? It's not often, but every once in a while they get it wrong. And the sharps come in and they're like, "Ooh, I see money to be made here," right? So the sharp money, like we're talking about professional gamblers, they take the points and they win, right? Or it could be like Ken is saying, a bunch of Bears fans felt disrespected and they're like, "Fuck that," and they went and dropped, they went
Well,
and
I mean,
dropped
I
their
think
their hard earned blue collar dollars down, and that's why I'm
well, this
saying like
also
there's a
shows the
difference there.
problem in Vegas, though, because Vegas, like, they look at trends and they look at that kind of stuff, but they don't necessarily take into account the immediate stuff that's happened, right? So when they initially did, the trends of how they've been playing, how the last game went. But the big difference for the Packers is no Micah Parsons. The big difference for the Bears is no Luther Burden because Rome was already out for that last game, right? So the only the two big player differences is Luther Burden, Micah Parsons. Which one makes a bigger impact on the game? And I don't think they accounted for that. So,
Ve-
that's probably part of it too.
You're right,
Ve-
Luca. The money was moving towards Chicago, but what I'm wondering is which money was it? Both? Was it the sharp money and the casual better money, or was
No,
it the casual better money, or was it just the sharps? Like that's what I want to know.
it was
Ve-
the Gary,
Vegas.
Indiana money. That's what it was.
And Vegas is ran by Dave Chappelle. He's like, "Gotcha, bitch."
Yeah, fucking hey, man.
But
I
I mean,
mean,
but at the end of the day, if you really think about it, though, we talk about all these injuries and how big it's going to be. We've been without Rome for 2 weeks. The only difference for the Bears is now there's no Luther Burden. The biggest difference for the Packers is there's no Micah. And yeah, Van Ness is coming back. Great. The Bears have guys coming back too. We all have guys coming back, and we have guys leaving. But the thing is, the guys who left are more impact than the guys coming back. In this regard. I mean,
Definitely.
there are guys coming and going on the injury report, but when you lose one of the best pass rushers in the game, and for the Bears, when you take a receiving core where you already were without your number two, and now you're taking out your number three, who's really like as good as the number two, and Luther Burden, those are more impactful than say, oh well, our wide receiver four is or wide receiver three is coming off the injury report, or look,
Roma
Tyson
Dunze,
Bajan is going to
yeah.
be fine this week. I mean, that has Travis Homer playing this week, coming off the being in the game is not as important as losing Luther Burden. Van Ness coming back is nice. Even though he's still got an injury, he had limited practice, so he's probably not 100%. It's better than being without him and Micah, but it doesn't fully mitigate Micah. You see what I'm saying? That's why I used Homer as an example, Mike.
Wasn't Monongai banged up too? Like a week or two ago, he was injured. Is he good now?
he's good. He's from Jersey.
Yeah, no, Monongai doesn't show up on the injury report at all. And then DeAndre Swift has the groin injury that's been there for the last couple of weeks.
Well, that's actually, I think, having Monongai fully healthy swings the running game, I think, advantage to the Bears, especially with the offensive line injuries to the Packers. And then Josh Jacobs, he's still walking wounded, isn't he?
Yeah,
Like he's been hurt all season and he's
it's
still
not
playing,
affecting
dude.
him. It's not affecting Jacobs.
Yeah, I know. I believe me. I do. Remember where Josh Jacobs came from, bro? Like,
get it out. If I can
Hey,
get out the injury report before you guys talk over me on it. Joe, you got a point. Marshall Lloyd is completely out. Josh Jacobs did not practice all week. He's got 2 injuries, knee and ankle. But Josh Jacobs is going to play, and he's an old enough vet where he can afford not to practice. But to your point, Joe, yes, that having Monongai fully healthy having at least half of your duo fully healthy. So you're at 1.5 versus bit half, which is where the Packers
I
are right
know. He's
Hey,
being sassy.
hey,
All right,
Joe.
Tucker.
Joe, to quote Allen Iverson, we're talking about practice, man. Practice.
Well, that's the thing.
Not the
Swift,
game.
Swift, if
Practice.
Swift with like Swift and Jacobs, if neither of those guys practice but they play, I don't think that's that big of a deal at this point in the season because these are vets. They know their job. They're going to be a little nicked up. You kind of expect that at this point. But it's when you're losing running backs for not even playing, that makes a difference. And yeah, I mean, look at Swift and Jacobs. You've got to watch both of them because they both are a little nicked up. And the problem is when you're nicked up, you can exacerbate that injury. So if you're the Bears and the Packers, you hope that in both cases for your respective team that your running back does not exact. But if you're the Bears and Swift goes down, you still have a fully healthy Monangai right now. If you're the Packers, you're like, who's my third string running back that's playing?
No. See that's where it's wrong. Is Marshawn Lloyd has never played a freaking snap this year for Green Bay.
No, they're running that other dude, and he's pretty good.
Wilson.
Is it
Yeah,
Emmanuel
Emmanuel
Wilson?
Wilson.
Really good.
He's been doing
He's
outstanding
been
this
doing
year.
pretty good. Yeah, but the thing is that they're going to give Jacobs the majority of the carries, though.
They can throw a Chris Brooks out there too.
I guess they might give Jacobs that Aaron Rodgers shot that they gave him at halftime when they were down 20-0 against us and came back and beat us. So they probably gave him that Aaron Rodgers shot.
We're gonna get Perk Jacobs. I'm okay with that.
I think we're going to see a lot of the running game for both these teams early, and there'll be some big passes. I don't think the weather affects either of these quarterbacks nearly as much.
No.
Cheat code unlocked. Tore it all, Josh Jacobs.
No, I just that last game. I'm comparing the last game. I mean, Jordan Love was so accurate against us in the first game, and if he's accurate again, I'm like, I don't know. I'm scared. Really am.
It comes down to pass rush, man. We got to make them uncomfortable, and we didn't make them uncomfortable last game. And for the Bears, you know, you got to kind of keep Caleb more comfortable than he was last game because the Packers did make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, the first 5 passes. Yeah.
So I mean, that's why I think you're going to see a lot of the running game early.
All this game screams overtime to me. You know what I mean? Like, I think this game goes to overtime. I think a lot of the games.
I gotta play Call of Duty after the fucking game tomorrow night. I don't want no overtime.
Hey, you can.
I mean,
you
come
can
on.
play your Dungeons and Dragons some other day.
Woody and I are trying to get ready for going fucking league here.
Yep, absolutely. We're the crank.
I think both these offenses, Mike, can make those big splash plays. They both have the quarterback that can deliver the ball. You know, I think though you see it more from Jordan Love. Jordan Love with more time in the league under his belt, you know, and rightfully so. He reads, I think, defenses right now still better than Caleb. And like you look at the one touchdown in the first meeting, like when they lined up, he knew exactly where, and that was a big touchdown, big splash play touchdown. I think Jordan is better at reading that than Caleb is at this point in his career. It's not that Caleb will get better at that. That's something that just takes time.
By the way, that touchdown throw Caleb Williams threw to DJ Moore, that was beautiful. Like, I thought that was Rodgers-esque right there. Roll to your right.
But Isaac, as me and you were a quarterback and we seen that, we would not throw that ball. What I thought it was intercepted. I really did until Moore came down, stood on his 2 feet, crossed his arms. I was like, holy fuck. Yeah. I would have never thrown that ball. That's what we can't do is take risks like that. I mean, it's against Cleveland. We can't do that tomorrow if it comes down to, you know, a big play or something like that. Can't take those risks.
And the Bears need to mitigate the big throws they allow. You know, they're allowing about 2 or 3 a game, and you can get away with that against Cleveland. You can't get away with that against Jordan Love.
Well, Josh, you really can't do any worse. You were 1-5 last year in the division, so congrats.
Hey, we're 4-0 right now, so I'll take it.
Packers fans bring up the year before, so I might as well fucking do it. You know what I'm saying?
We can talk about history. I'm fine with that.
No,
Good.
last year, not
Oh,
fucking
oh, oh, I see. We're putting the Detroit Lions blinders on.
1940. Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't alive when those NFL champs. We got the most Hall of Famers, right, Ken?
I think you got us by a couple.
Yeah, we have 5 more.
Oh man,
Oh, I thought it was less than that. I thought it was only
39,
like 2 or
34.
I love,
Check my
I love
stats.
that. I love the
I'm usually
Detroit
Vegas.
Blinders. That's awesome, dude.
3.
Like
Oh,
nothing
dude.
existed before the last 3 years.
Yes,
we call it?
exactly. That is 1000% why I came up with it, Joe. Because I got tired of when I was talking to Lions fans. We could talk about this section of history, and that's it. This is the only thing that counts. Anything else, man, that just doesn't matter.
Right. So we're gonna. So Dorn would say Saab, same old Bears, probably.
No, he would say the Gary Bears.
Gary Bears.
Gary Bears.
I'll leave the country.
Hey, did you know like 30 years ago that was actually a thing too? Gary Bears, they made shirts and everything.
Yeah, I talked about that yesterday.
Ken,
Yeah.
I wanna ask you something, Ken. If we were called the Gary Bears, holy fuck, how many Care Bears pictures will come out in each clickbait, each meme, and
30
stuff
years
like that?
ago, even
Holy
after
shit!
in the 80s, actually, it's more than 30 years, almost 40 years ago. When this was going on, they would still would have been called the Chicago Bears because it's still the Chicago metro area. So even if the Bears were to move to Gary,
One
um,
game. That's all right. One game.
it would still be the Chicago Bears. But it's kind of like the New York Giants don't play in New York; they play in New Jersey.
They're grandfathered in, Woody. They're grandfathered in.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it's
Hey,
not
now,
that, but
whoa.
it's still the metropolitan area of that city. That's why they get away with it. Because like,
Now
well, obviously, you look at the Giants. They're in a different freaking state, right? They're in
absolutely.
New Jersey, but that's still considered the New York metropolitan area.
Look at the
Now, would
49ers. They're in
would-
Santa Clara, which is not. It's not in the San Francisco metropolitan area at all. It's the Bay
Well,
Area.
like
Right.
JB
Well,
just said,
sort of.
if they have Grumpy Bear as a mascot, I'm fucking going out for it. That's my next job. Fucker. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, the Champagne Bears. I remember that season.
Holy Jesus. Let's go back to the Staleys. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It'll be the Chicago Gary Bears.
Decatur Staleys. Let's do it. That's where I'm moving
mean-
next year. Decatur, Tennessee.
I mean, I don't think that's gonna be much of a theme for tomorrow night's game, but obviously something that's gonna be having to be dealt with for the remainder of the season and into the off season. I don't think it affects the team much. It just affects stuff like this. Us sitting around talking about it. I mean, what I said, we spent the whole day on that yesterday, so I really don't want to revisit what we did all day yesterday again today. But this is all the political jockeying now to get tax breaks. This is what it is. And the Bears said what they said with their big open letter on the stadium, and basically now we just wait to see what Cook County comes back. And it's a waiting game. If these guys want to play the same game that Oakland did, they'll probably get the same fate that Oakland got.
I remember talking I think it was like 5-6 years ago, is that they were talking about having 2 Chicago football teams in the same city. That was a joke.
Well, that's when remember Cincinnati was thinking of moving. They were thinking Cincinnati might move out of Cincinnati because they weren't going to get a stadium deal. But then the government of Cincinnati kind of said, well, they do make us a lot of money. We might want to do something. So
we'd be the Cubs though, and Cincinnati would be the White Sox.
Yeah, the Bengals would be the White Sox in the city.
Yeah.
So Broski brought up something. What do you think about logo redesign?
I would just say it because what am I going to do with all my gear? I have so much Bear
we
stuff.
Act like it's
I'd be
never
pissed.
happened before. It's happened before. There are several renditions of the Bears logo. At one point, we just had the Bears head as the logo. The C is. I think they'll never leave the C. Will never truly leave the helmet. I just don't.
See, I like the Bears head logo a lot better than the C. But granted, I'm not a Chicago fan in any way.
I kind of look at the C is classic, man. It's like, I mean, there's just some logos you like, even the Giants, they just keep that NY. If you look at the Packers, you just keep the G. I mean, you just kind of keep it. Like maybe you have an alternate helmet with something different, but
I like the old school Giants that says Giants across the helmet, not that NY shit.
Can we still get this deal if we're not season ticket holders?
Or Bears fans
yeah, especially that second one.
asking for Ken.
Oh, gram of hash brownies if they move the Gary. Yeah, Ken will be in then.
I mean,
nah. See, that's a step too far, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I like I said, I don't see them making a uniform change like that. I did, speaking of uniforms though, I did like Seattle's uniform last night.
I was just gonna say I like their helmets. It was like seems like what Thursday nights they wear their retros, all fucking jerseys on Thursday nights.
They gave a chameleon paint job to a football helmet.
Yeah, you see, I was like, is that the Seahawks? And then it up close. Oh, there's a Seahawk right there. Believe it or not, orange is my favorite. Orange is my favorite color. I like the all oranged out Bears uniforms they used to do on Thursday nights as well. Oh yeah, Orange Crush. Oh yeah.
2 games tomorrow, Luca.
Yeah, It's gonna be the Eagles and Commanders for the first game.
Yeah, so the first game
and the Commanders are gonna upset them. I can't hate to say it.
Come on, Commanders.
Yeah, right.
Are they going commando in Washington?
Oh my God, Isaac! You know, Boy George is coming to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania this year. So, are you coming?
Oh, I'll meet you there, Woody. I'll meet you there.
I'll be working there. I'll be working there in about a couple weeks. So.
Pay for my flight.
On the casino. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, pay for your flight. Yeah,
hey, you're a tax guy. Get some of that tax money and get on an airplane.
Yeah. Rob's my next flight here. I'll pay.
Oh, geez.
I'll make them pay the jock tax, the artist jock tax.
Oh man.
Boy George is still alive? What the fuck?
I guess it's not a tribute band. I know that.
Yeah,
he still does the voice in England, and then he does the voice in Australia, I think, or something like that. He does.
Man.
Yeah, he's actually still on TV too.
Does he still look like Skillerex?
Skeletor now.
Yeah, right.
He wears a big hat. He wears these huge freaking.
Oh yeah, that big old hat.
Yeah, it looks like the Mad Hatter from fucking Alice in Wonderland.
He stole it from Slash.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Eagles are not losing tomorrow. What do you worry about getting your ass kicked tomorrow? Who the fuck is this guy?
I honestly think the game tomorrow goes to like overtime. I mean, I think a lot of the games coming down to the wire this end of the season because all teams are jockeying for position, trying to get that seed, the best seed. So I think a lot of teams are going to go to overtime.
So what you're saying, Isaac, is I should just double up on my blood pressure medication tomorrow just to start with?
Oh yeah, use one of those fucking Call of Duty fucking health shots.
You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. Woody, I'm going to need you to come over here and revive me.
I'll make some hash brownies for you. There's your medication.
All right, there we go. Now that's a jolt.
Here's the interesting thing tomorrow as well. Tomorrow has big playoff implications for a lot of teams, right? If the Bears win, that's half the battle of securing their slot because they're the only team that. Well, I mean, the Packers own their own destiny too. The Bears and the Packers control their own destiny. If the Bears win tomorrow and the Lions lose, we're in San Francisco.
Not my dream crusher, buddy.
And San Francisco's in, right? And then if you go to the following week, if the Packers win week 17 against the Vikings, they're guaranteed in. So this is all getting very interesting now as we get into playoff implications too. And let's be real, the teams are fully aware of this, right? They know what's at stake. So, I mean, tomorrow, I agree. It's going to be one of those games like they're not just they're jockeying, they're trying to secure that spot. If the Bears win tomorrow, we go a game and a half up on Green Bay. That gives us a little bit of wiggle room to win the division. If the Bears lose tomorrow, we're back to a half game behind. And neither team has wiggle room with a half game lead at all. So it's two things. For the Bears, they want a commanding lead of the North where they got some wiggle room. The Packers, they want to retake the division lead. Both teams want to see the Lions eliminated.
And the number one, the jockeying for the number one seed got really interesting after last night too, because it was looking like it was a 2-horse race. But now Seattle all of a sudden is the number one seed, The Rams are down to number 5, and then you still
Well,
have the Bears in the mix
Yeah,
and the
but
Packers.
I think last night, I think the North getting the number 1 seed is kind of like a pipe dream at this point.
Did you guys see in
Woody
that?
is just trash football talk, dude. How old are you? Seriously, I want to know.
Hey,
Did you guys claim this guy? Did you guys claim this guy?
did you
Yeah,
guys see it?
Yes,
Did
he's
you guys?
probably stoned at the moment.
No, he
Oh,
actually,
okay,
Woody, he's actually saying don't take it personal. It's just trash talk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, Merry Christmas to you. But how old are you anyway?
He doesn't want to fight you.
I got no belt on now, but I did have a brown one on all day yesterday.
So, did you guys see that milkshake shake like on
But what's the
during the Bears
lineage on
game?
that brown belt, Woody? What's the lineage?
42. Wow,
Did you
same.
see-
Oh, 1 year less than me. Okay, all right. Just want to know why you're talking like that.
But did you guys see that during the Bears game against against the Browns? You see that milkshake shake of the seating where it goes Al Michaels talked about it. It goes up and then it goes down and it goes up, like it keeps
Yeah,
keeps changing.
Mhm.
You know? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Granted, this might be looking a bit with rose-colored glasses, but most of the time, by this time of the year, the seating's generally mostly marked out. Yeah, granted, you might have one or two, but not this much movement like we've been seeing these past few weeks.
It is interesting because it's basically 8 teams for 7 spots at this point. That's kind of not abnormal, but what is abnormal is how much movement you can get between 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit, you're getting guys going from the first seed 1 week to next week. Now you're the 7th.
Well,
Yeah.
because you've got in one way though that's not unique because usually have at least 2 divisions. You got in the last couple of years you've had 2 divisions that have been better than the other 2 divisions. Like we've seen 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 2. There's been a lot of cases in the NFC where if you're not the division champ, you don't get in for at least 2 divisions. And that's the problem you have here. You got the 2 division champs that they're the only ones who are going to get in. No one else in the division has a chance. They suck up that 3 and 4 seed. This is where you're going to get back to the argument that happened last year with the Vikings and the Lions, where the best 2 records in football, but they weren't 1-2. They were 1-5 or whatever it was, right? The seed. So, should the seeding be done differently? I guess is the argument. Like, okay, great, you're a division winner. So why should you get a home game because you won 9 games this year and you're hosting a team that won 13? How's that right? And that argument's gonna come back up.
Just for the whole fact of winning the division has to mean something. That's
counting.
Yeah.
Well, it does mean something.
Believe me, I get why fans are pissed off that our wild card team had a shit ton more wins than your team, and we got to go to their home stadium.
But that's where I would say that the counter to that though is like, well, it needs to mean something. It does mean something. You're in the playoffs.
I get that, but you got to think that this has to do with the owners too of wanting that extra money from the home playoff games, because you're going to get owners now that are going to get it for the higher seed or the higher record wild card teams, but it's that age old debate of the division winner. You can't just strip it away after all this precedence.
Well, here comes the interesting thing too. If it holds the way it's holding now, we're going to be right back at this in 3 weeks.
Yep. I think that first round game is going to be another division game.
It'll be green if it stays the way it is now. It'll be the Packers coming to Chicago again, which is much better than playing the Lions 2 weeks in a row in Chicago. To be honest, this is a weird one where like I'd actually be happier to see the Packers in the first round of the playoffs than the Lions, because at least with the Packers, we're going to get a couple weeks off from seeing you guys. But to play a team twice in 2 weeks, that's just ridiculously stupid.
I'm just hoping if we do play again in the playoffs, we get another BJ Raji moment of somebody doing the fat boy shuffle.
Wow.
Yeah, but it might be like Dexter Gervin doing the
Hey,
fat
hey,
stuff.
hey, I don't care who does it. There just needs to be a fat man dancing out there.
Just don't do the JJ McCarthy ditty like he tried to do in the end zone when he rushed that ball in. Tried to do the giddy, but it was the ditty.
All right, let's get some score predictions here before we run out of time. Joe, seeing as you're the uninterested party, what's
Jesus
what's
Christ.
your prediction?
I'm gonna go 2017 Bears.
Oh.
Woody?
Well, I said home and home, so I have to go 27-24 Bears.
Let me throw up some other ones here. We had that Lucas got the Bears 37-23.
Oh my God.
That sounds like a score I would make.
With all our injuries? Jesus Christ.
It seems a bit wide.
I know. Oh, another tie.
No,
That'll
yeah,
screw
no,
the Packers
no,
up.
no more ties. I've
That'll
had
screw
enough
the
ties for
Packers
the
up.
year.
Yeah, Fred. Ken, what's your prediction?
My prediction is Caleb throws 2 interceptions. Green Bay gets a win. For the actual score, you're going to have to tune in tonight for that one.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Well,
I guess no blue people tonight. They are sexy though. I was really telling the truth yesterday for Avatar.
So last week I had the Bears winning by 2 scores, and people were like, "Yeah, okay, whatever," and then they won by like 20 some points. Okay, Josh has it 24-20 Packers. I'm gonna go more towards the Lucas side of it, but a little less score. I'm gonna go 27-17 Bears. Bears will go up by a touchdown. They'll get a stop, and then they'll just get a field goal to ice it. I think my score number is different from what I said Wednesday night, but the scenario is the same.
I thought you said you're going to be like Luca. He had 38 points on his.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's kind of like where we're at. I think like the Bears will get a good stop there in the fourth and be able to ice it, because like either they'll make a mistake or they'll go for a fourth down and we'll capitalize on a field goal to kind of ice the game. So yeah, I have the Bears by 10 in that scenario. So, and yeah, then they split the season. Then we just all watched the Lions game on Sunday against. Geez, we're all going to be rooting for Aaron Rodgers on Sunday. That's scary.
I was going to say, man, that don't feel any different.
We all have to.
Now.
Actually,
yeah,
we have to.
Why? Who the Steelers playing?
Man, isn't that great when NFC North fans have to become a fan of Aaron Rodgers?
I don't look at it the same way you Packers.
Well, how does it feel last week when he did a discount double check when he ran that ball in?
I absolutely loved it because I swear to God, the timing couldn't have been any more perfect, because literally right before that game, I was showing my old lady about the discount double check shit, because she only got into football a few years ago and didn't know about it. I literally show her the commercials for it, and then he does it that game just like an hour later.
Luca's like, no, go Detroit. Keep playing spoiler. Luca, we need you to play spoiler next week against the Packers, okay?
Was he a Ravens fan?
Or the week after. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, Vikings.
Yeah, no, the Green Bay gets we both have tough games the following week.
Oh yeah.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Those will be fun games. So enjoy the games tomorrow. I'm not worried about the Eagles game. I'm so not worried about. We're gonna go see the new Avatar movie tomorrow during that game.
Blue people.
And I'm 3-hour movie, dude.
And I'm so not worried about that Eagles and Commanders game. Woody and I are going to play Call of Duty all during it.
Oh, yes. Because Woody's taking
Woody and I will be back
tomorrow.
Sunday morning.
Hey!
Before we run out of time, Woody and I will be back Sunday morning for the post-game analysis.
I will not be. I have to move my mother. So I apologize for all my fans out there that won't be seeing me on Sunday. But
damn it.
I do apologize.
Don't forget,
Absolutely.
the Packer boys will be picking the Packers to win tonight at 7 p.m. on the Packers show. So go listen to the Love Fest for the Packers.
Love
We'll
that.
probably have a house call Sunday. Otherwise, we'll see you guys Monday morning. Enjoy football this weekend and all the wonderful playoff implications it will bring. Have a great
And
one, everybody. Have a great
go
weekend.
Blue
Pack,
people,
go.
blue.
Blow, Pack, blow.